at the serious face on Mr. Chumley Warner.
Well, it's a very serious thing, and Matt's going to tell us about his Oberheim rack.
Yeah, what are you going to tell us about?
My Oberheim rack is, I mean, basically, as with everything in the studio, it was all carefully lusted after, over and thought out and researched for many years. So I'm a big fan of Mr. Tom Oberheim and his Oberheim synths. Obviously you had the 4-voice and the 8-voice in the 70s. Then in 1979, 1980, the OBX, which was the first sort of polyphonic, non-modular synth that was released. And then I think in 81 you had the OBXA, which is this one here. And then in, I think it's 83 or 84, the OB8, which is here. And under here we've got a Prophet 5, which is a Dave Smith. And we've got a Polymoog synth, and a spare Oberheim at the bottom. And what I love about these synths is they're very funky, the filters on them are incredible. They're just, I mean, this particular one was, you know, Queen famously said no synthesizers until 1979, 1980, the game Flash soundtrack. And the first synth that they used was an Oberheim OBX. So, you know, it was all the stuff on the Flash, the portmanteau on the song The Game was all done on this. Obviously, as I've sort of stated before, previous interviews that have been done, very big Prince fan and Minneapolis fan. So, yeah, he was a big user of all the Oberheim synths as well. But they are lovely. They can be quite costly because they have Curtis chips, Doug Curtis, God rest his soul.
Do they need a lot of looking after?
Yeah, they just need to be turned on, played, and then every time you turn them on, something could pop out. But if you get them, I mean, this one's been extensively serviced by Mr. Adrian Delenti at synthrestore.co.uk, and also Mr. James Walker at Synth Repair Services. Both of those techs have worked very extensively on this machine, keeping it going. And Synth Restore have repaired this one and looked at this one. So you've got to maintain them. You've got to have the love and passion. But it is obviously, like with all this stuff, is a bit of a a cash cow.
It's a labour of love, dude.
It's a labour of love, and you've got to be prepared to the Curtis chips themselves are sort of about £40–50. I think they've started making them again now. And these have a lot of those in them. I think this one has the least, but certainly the OBXA, the OB8 are full of easily poppable chips. But if you do lots of YouTube demos, and there's lots of YouTube demos of these working and playing, it's well worth the journey. You know, the road hardest trodden is the one that's most fruitful. And I'm very privileged because I've got like the new sort of Dave Smith and Tom Oberheim OB6. It's an amazing modern polyphonic, very usable, straight on the stage keyboard, but it just doesn't have the grit of these original ones from the late 70s and 80s. So yeah, there's the Oberheims.
Listen, he says he's very privileged, right? There's no luck in this world, you make your own luck.
Well, that's
this man has found it, he's bought it, he's looked after it. And if you want stuff like this, that's what you've got to do. It won't come knocking on your door. You've got to find it. So I don't...
I've worked hard over the years. I bought a lot of this stuff sort of in the early noughties when prices were still sort of, semi-sensible. But yeah, I mean, I think like one of these now, you're looking at sort of £5,000 plus if you can find one. Like with all these old analog synths. But they really are. I mean, like with all this stuff, I say this every time I'm interviewed. It's the songs you make, the magic you make that's the most important.
They're beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's
they're beautiful.
I'd say this is my favourite synth of all time. The Oberheim OBX, my favourite polyphonic synth.
What of all? Like
this and the JX8P. But this, out of the three Oberheims, the three ones, this is certainly the biggest. I'm the biggest fan of this one.